Hey guys, it's Poco Loco here, and today I would like to talk about how to get healthy. So, getting healthy, rule number one is if you are overweight, not feeling comfortable with how the way your body looks, you are probably an addict. Yes, an addict. You are addicted to food, not real food, fake food, food that's packed full of preservatives, other chemicals that are literally altering the way your mind thinks. It's telling you it's what's giving you those cravings, what's making you feel like you're hungry, that you need to eat this food. Admit it. You're an addict. I was an addict. Anytime I cheat, I go through withdrawals after cheating. So, if you want to be successful in dieting and losing your weight and to on the path to living a healthier lifestyle, you have to admit that you are addicted. You are addicted to a lie of fake food, basically. So the number one culprit of preservatives that most of Americans are exposed to on a regular basis is fast food. Break up with your habit to fast food. Leave it in the rearview mirror. Drive by it and laugh at the people waiting in line because you can keep food in your car. Or those 2 minutes that you spend, that you leave early to drive through the drive through, which might be longer and make you late, you could spend making something super fast at your house, just whipping it together really quick. You don't have to cook anything. You really don't. You don't have to cook anything. It'll take you less time and save you money than going to the drive through. And not only that, it will keep those cravings and that addiction at bay. All right. I drive around with a big giant thing of nuts. I like the deluxe mixed nuts because I'm not big on peanuts. I like the almonds, walnuts. My daughter likes cashews, so this has all of them in there, and it's good for me, and it's very filling and satisfying. You can just eat them. It's not a mess in your car. It's just one little nut. If one falls down, it's not going to be a big mess. If it gets squished into the carpet, it'll just vacuum right up. What else do I like to keep in my car? Nuts is the number one thing, but you can also keep stuff like raisins and dry goods. Keep healthy dry goods in your car. I like to dehydrate kiwis, cut them up really small, dehydrate them, and have like little kiwi chips or banana chips. All of these things you can just make all on your own, or purchase, find somewhere, and keep them in your car. So when you get those cravings, when you drive by that fast food place and you think, oh man, I'd like to stop. I'm so hungry. I can't wait until I get home and make dinner. You'll be fine. Stop. Don't stop yourself from stopping at the fast food joint. Reach down behind your seat, wherever it might be, and grab yourself out something nice, healthy, and sustainable to get you through making dinner that evening or lunch or whatever it might be. All right, so break up with fast food, and that you'll be doing yourself the biggest favor of your life by doing that. All right, your health is number one. Make time for it, or essentially you're killing yourself faster, and you're giving yourself a more painful death. You're ensuring your death will be sooner by not making your health your priority. Um, you know, being happy is one, being healthy and living an active lifestyle is two and three. Those three things you need to make your priority. If you're not, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna get really sick, and nobody wants that. People love you. People love seeing your face and they care about you. So care about yourself. Care about them by caring about yourself, by making sure that you're going to be here for a long time. You don't want your family and friends to have to take care of you in 5 or 10 years because you didn't make the right decisions for what you put in your mouth now. So make your health your priority. Make time for it. There's no justification. Um, Honestly, to making it your priority. I'm not saying you can't cheat, you can't fall off the wagon, you can't, have a slice of chocolate cake or whatever you like. Here and there, I think it's okay. Be you, be true to you if that's what you want, but don't make it a habit, don't make it a daily routine. Stick to being as healthy as you can. That goes also with drinking. Stop drinking. It's killing you. Just stop. You don't need a drink when you get home from work. You don't. You really don't. If you had a hard day and you want to take it out in your body, go pump some iron. Like clean your house, scrub the crap out of that dirty wall that you hate staring at all the time. Take it out on yourself in a more positive and efficient and sustainable way. Something that's going to help you in the long run and not worsen you. Cleaning your house and working out at your house. You don't need to go to the gym. We'll make another video for that. It's free. You don't alcohol you have to buy, and then you get hungover, and then you smell funny because the alcohol comes through your pores, and you talk funny, and I don't know, if you have kids, they're gonna look at you funny when you've had a drink too many. So stop that too. If you want it here and there, every special occasion, that's one thing. But make it a special occasion, just like food. Same thing. Food is your fuel. If you have a car and it needs the premium gas and you put regular in it, do you expect your car to last that long? It's the same thing. So think of that when you go reaching for something to eat the next time. Think, this is fuel for me. Food should not be something that you overly indulge in. All right, so stop eating animal products. And specifically, so we'll get to meat first. Meat. Not only are there a lot of things that how the animals are raised, that's really bad. If you look into Cowspiracy, there's all these documentaries out there that reveal how the animals that you eat at your house are actually raised in captivity, and it's disgusting, and it's really alarming. It's inhumane, and it's scary, quite honestly. If you were an animal, you would be afraid of your life, and I wouldn't want to eat me, that's for sure, living in those conditions. So also with meat is our bodies don't have enzymes that break down meat, even if you cook it. They don't break it down. What happens inside of your body is bacteria has to find its way to that meat that you partially chewed, because nobody's chewing meat to a full liquid like you really should chew your food. So they're finding these big giant chunks, and the bacteria can only get the outsides of it. So it takes days to break down that meat that you ate. The bacteria has to break it down, and then your body can then consume the bacteria's poop, essentially, and the dead bacteria. So I won't get in too much more with that, but that's why meat is not good for you. We're not designed to digest that. Bacteria does it, and it has to rot, and so that's not good. But even more importantly, as far as animal products go, is dairy. Dairy. Okay, so have any of you guys tried breast milk before? Because I have. I nursed my daughter, and I mean, it wasn't awful, I'll say that. But from a cow, that's disgusting. Have any of you guys ever gone to a dairy farm and watched the milk come out and then sit and level, and then you see the pus in there, and then you see this like clear yellow layer, and then you see some white, which is what you think that you're drinking at the store. By the time you get it at the store, it's been processed, there's been additives in it. It's not healthy. One day, a long time ago, back when propaganda and lying, essentially, in ads was legal, people got away with saying that milk is the number one thing to build strong bones and to make you big and strong and tough and all that. It's a lie. It's a lie. Milk, there are so many more things that have so much more calcium that is more readily available for you, that you should be eating. Not stealing a baby calf's milk. Like, oh, don't do that. So I have to say, I was the biggest addict to cheese. I loved my cheese. I mean, I love that sharp, extra aged cheese with like the crunchies in it. Oh my goodness. Whoo, it was so good. But I also struggled very badly with acne. Not only just zits or pimples, but I had cystic acne to the point where I couldn't even wear makeup to cover up these monstrosities that were occurring all over my face. I tried going to the doctor. I went to the dermatologist. One dermatologist looked at me and said that I was literally going to have to have surgery on my face and have these things cut out of my face because that's how bad my acne was, my cystic acne. He wanted to cut my face and scar me to pull. That was the way he told me. It was the only way I would get rid of these cysts. Well, check me out. Okay, so there's a makeup here. I stopped having dairy and cheese. I broke up with that addiction. I told myself that my face and loving me was more important than an addiction. I stopped eating cheese. The Calipus. I never liked milk. I never bought into it. Luckily, my mom just stopped trying when I was young, so I never came to terms with, or I never got into that addiction. But cheese was a whole nother story, and ice cream, that's another addiction. And there's things you can look up online and studies that have been done that show how ice cream is addicting. They don't show it on. It's harder to find something published on milk because that industry is so big already. There's so much money in that. The lies have been played on for so long, but you can easily find it for ice cream. And you can do your own research on how it's proven, and USDA has spoken and proven it to be fact that ice cream is addictive. It's the same thing that goes with all dairy, cheese, anything that comes out of cow's nipples or any other animal for that fact. You shouldn't be drinking unless you're a little baby and you can't eat food because you don't have teeth yet. Don't drink milk. Just don't do it. All right, ditch the microwave. The microwave, when you turn it on, a lot of your parents might have told you, don't sit in front of the microwave. You could get hit by those microwaves. Well, first off, microwaves are actually safer than UV light rays that come from the sun. But, so that isn't necessarily true. But what is bad is that those microwaves are sending out these free radicals, and the free radicals will mix with your food and the plastic that you're cooking your food on. Don't use plastic. Don't cook your food on plastic ever. Don't even put something you're going to put inside of you on plastic, because little teeny tiny microscopic pieces do come off of that plastic over time, gradually, and you consume them and they stay inside of your body. They don't go anywhere. Your body can't absorb them. There's only one thing on earth that can actually break down plastic fully, and that's one type of mushroom, and that's only in certain conditions. So stay away from plastic, stay away from microwaves. The microwaves send out these free radicals, and when those free radicals are in your food, you ingest them, and then they mix with your DNA. They're going to activate cancer, tumors. That's what's happening for microwaves. It's killing your food. It's making your food everything you don't want it to be. It's making it just as bad as that fast food. So stop that. Throw it out. Turn it into, I don't know, a greenhouse for plants. Oh, that's just me. I would do that. All right. So run away from preservatives. Also, preservatives, as I've said earlier, they're not good for you. They're causing the addiction. Anything that you buy that needs to be preserved, you can, one, make yourself cheaper, I'm sure, and probably much tastier, and two, you probably really shouldn't be eating it anyway, because of the preservatives, the chemicals. Let's see. Stop drinking soda and sugary drinks. Soda is acidic. You put an acid in your stomach, and it's going to mix with all of your other juices, and it's going to just mess everything up. Your body is a temple. It's already a fully well-oiled gear. It functions great all by itself. It can cure any illnesses all on its own as long as you're not affecting its environment. So stop putting acidic things or basic things like milk into your body. You're messing up your whole pH, and it's really not good. You want to try to stay as alkaline as possible. So stay away from soda and those sugary drinks. The sugary drinks, you're gonna get addicted to the sugar. You're gonna want more of it. Then you're gonna want candy, and you just that snowball just rolls down and keeps getting bigger. So stay away from the sugary drinks. If you really need some sweetener, try out agave, honey, or my new favorite is licorice root. Yeah, yeah, and tea. Okay, so leads me to my favorite thing that I actually look forward to every morning is tea. I love my tea. Coffee is really acidic. It stains your teeth. That's like your rule number one. If it stains your teeth, you probably don't want it inside of you, because if it stains your hard teeth, what do you think it's doing inside of you? Stay away from coffee. You want creamer and all that sugar to make it taste even good. Like, oh, no, no. Tea. Find a tea that you like that tastes good, that doesn't need anything. Licorice root gives you that sweetness that you desire, and it has like a creamy, like after flavor to it. So it's delicious. I recommend putting licorice root in any tea that you try that you think needs to be sweetened up a little bit. So a very good tea that I have been turned on to and kind of fell in love with the mixture. I do three things: the licorice root to make it actually palatable, and the other two are yellow dock and burdock, Burdock, burdock root, yellow dock root. You should be able to get those at a local plant and herb shop. I go to Penn Herbs in Philadelphia. Love that place. It's very affordable. You can get a big giant bag. I get all three big giant bags, and it's maybe cost me like $40, and it lasts me for like 2.5, 3 months. Now, let me tell you the benefits about this, okay? So you need a little strainer because it comes loose leaf. So you put it in the strainer, you pour in your nice hot tea, and you let it steep. The longer you let it steep, the stronger effects these are going to have. Now, these things are going to cleanse your liver. They're going to cleanse your kidneys. They're going to cleanse everything in your digestive tract is going to be cleansed. Not only that, as it's cleansing these things out of you, it's also taking away all of those horrible chemicals that have been shooting signals to your brain saying, oh, we need more crap. Give us some more crap food. Feed me with all this junk food. I need more junk food. These teas, yellow dock, burdock, and licorice, the three of them together, they take away your cravings. You literally don't have cravings at all. At all. You just drink this 1 cup of tea. It might take a little bit to get used to. You might want to do some extra licorice than the other two. I do a half teaspoon of each, a heaping half teaspoon of each. And I let it steep for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. Depending on how bad you ate the night before, you might want to leave it in there a little bit longer. The longer you leave it in, the more it's going to act as a laxative. No, I'm not talking about you're going